Good afternoon, girls. My name is Catherine, and I'm going to be your examiner today. Now, would you like to tell me a few things about yourselves? We'll start with you.
My name is I'm 14 years old, and I go to the second class of junior high school.
Alright.
And my favorite subject is math, and in my free time I like going out with my friends and spending my time with my PlayStation and with my computer.
Okay. So, you said something about math. Did you think that it's a bit difficult and boring for girls?
I don't believe that it's boring, but I believe that it's really interesting. And this is the reason why I like this subject.
Okay, so are you thinking of studying, let's say, maths in the future?
No, I'd like to be a professional teacher of Taekwondo.
Oh, really? Also,
yes.
You do Taekwondo?
Yes.
Oh, you like hard things then?
Yes.
Okay. So what else do you do as a hobby, I mean?
I go out with my friends. I watch TV and I am with my friends. So this is a thing that I like to do.
Okay, right. Thank you very much for sharing these things with you. And let's talk about you now.
Yes, my name is Theodora and I'm 14 years old. I go to the second class of junior high school and my favorite subject is chemistry.
Alright. Well, the things I really hate. Anyway.
And I live in Bulgaria and I have two excellent parents. My mom's name is Maria and she's an microbiologist. And my dad's name is George and he's an architect.
Okay. So you seem to love your parents very much.
Yes.
Okay.
And in my free time, I go out with my friends. I listen to music and I dance because I love ballet.
Oh, really? Classic ballet?
Yes, classic ballet.
Oh, really?
I have been doing ballet lessons for 8 years.
8? Wow.
And I love this very much.
Oh, well, I'm sure you do. Have you tried any other kind of dance besides classical ballet?
Modern dance, jazz dance, yeah.
Okay, well that's very nice. I like dancing too, although I think it's a bit difficult.
Yes.
It is. Okay, right, very well. Thank you very much for this, Theodora. Now, girls, I can see that you brought your logbooks. May I have a look at them?
Of course.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, well, you said about Taekwondo. I'm sure it's time for me to learn a few things about it. Okay, very interesting. Fine, thank you very much. And let's take a look at yours, Theodora. Oh, ballet. Oh, very beautiful pictures you got here. Okay, very nice. Well, you can take this back, and we'll start with Panagada first, who's going to present her investigation. But while we're doing this, you will feel free to ask each other questions or make comments, alright? Okay, let's start with you. Talk about your investigation.
Of course, my investigation is about Taekwondo. Taekwondo is a Korean martial art and the national sport of South Korea.
Okay.
In Korean, Tai means to strike or break with foot, Won means to strike or break with fist, and Do means a way, method, or art. Thus, Taekwondo may be loosely translated as the way of thinking and passing or the way of foot and fist. Taekwondo became an Olympic sport in 2000, and it's composed of two sorts. The first one is ITF. This kind of Taekwondo means International Taekwondo Federation. And the second kind of Taekwondo is WTF, and it means World Taekwondo Federation. And the 10 colors of the belts are white, yellow, yellow and green, green, green and blue, blue, blue and red, red, red and black, and the last one that is the black.
Okay, that's the most difficult part. Let's say belts to get, huh?
No, there are other belts.
Really? Besides these 10, you mean?
Yes, and these belts are the Dan, and they are the belts after the black belt.
So they're after that.
Yeah.
Which one do you have?
I have got the black belt with the one Dan.
Oh, really? Okay, we should be very careful now and careful of what we say, yeah? Okay, so tell us some more things about Taekwondo.
Of course, some kind of Taekwondo is WTF, and WTF means World Taekwondo Federation, and this is the National Federation governing Kabaddi. The great athletes of Taekwondo of our country are Alexander Nikolaidis, Mr. Kidway, and Maurice Mihalis. I have got some pictures here. Here is Alexander Nikolaidis, and this is Mr. Kidway, and he's Maurice Mihalis.
Also, they've won, let's say, medals in the Olympic Games.
Yes.
All three. Well, that's great.
He's got the gold medal.
So, is Taekwondo popular in Greece? As a sport, I mean.
Yes, it's really popular, and it is popular both for girls and boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that these kind of sports were mainly, for boys.
No, there are a lot of girls that love this sport, and it's really popular.
Okay, well, you're one of them.
Yes.
Right. So, what is the most difficult thing about, doing Taekwondo?
I don't know about ITF because I follow the second kind of Taekwondo, ITF, and I believe that you have to spend a lot of hours to train for be a really good athlete.
Okay, so are you thinking of becoming a professional, let's say,
yes, this is my dream.
Taekwondo athlete? Oh, really? So, do you think that it's possible to do this here in Greece?
Yes, because Greece is a really famous country about Taekwondo because we've got a lot of medals from the Olympic Games from Taekwondo.
Okay. Is it dangerous for someone to be involved with this particular sport?
No, because there are a lot of rules that can protect protect the athletes of some kicks and other kinds of this.
Okay, so if someone wants, let's say, to protect him or herself, can he or she use Taekwondo to do it?
I don't believe that it's the best way to learn how you can protect yourself, but I believe it's good way, but it's not the best.
Not the best. Okay. So, do you like this kind of sports? I mean, have you ever tried doing them?
I don't know if I would prefer to do this sport, but okay. I want to see this.
Okay, well, you like art mostly. Yeah. Okay, is there something you'd like to say or ask Panagata about her investigation?
Do you need to have a strong muscular system?
Yes, it's really, I'm sorry. Yes, we have to have a strong muscular system, and but we also need to have a strong mind to be a really good athlete.
Okay, so it's mostly in the brain, let's say,
yes,
and not in the muscles. Okay, so how is this sport different from, let's say, karate? Are they different or are they the same? Because I really don't know the difference.
They're not the same because of the rules and because Taekwondo is an Olympic sport.
Karate is not.
Yes, and Taekwondo is more popular than karate here in Greece.
Okay, well, yes. You sound very enthusiastic about it, so I'm sure
yes,
I'll sit down and watch at least, let's say, one match of the Taekwondo athletes.
It's really interesting, but I believe that I love so much Taekwondo because I have been playing Taekwondo since 2001 for 9 years, and this is the reason that I love it.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you're very dedicated, in doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that you'll succeed.
I'm a big Taekwondo.
Okay, well that's great. Thank you very much for your presentation, Panagata. And now let's turn to you and talk about something different.
Okay.
Much more elegant.
Yeah.
Okay.
My investigation is about ballet.
Right.
And ballet is the most formal of the ballet styles. And there are two systems. The first is the Pagano method, named after Agripina Pagano. Croatian dancer. And the second system is the Sozzetti method, named after Enrico Sozzetti. He's Italian. Ballet is the most aristocratical dance and differ from other kind of dances because include very exciting and many moves. And classical ballet dancers do more dangerous steps than other kind of dance. The appliance of ballerinas is pointe. Pointe are special shoes with hard point in order for ballerinas to be able to stand at the ends of their legs.
Also, the point is hard. This is where
Yes,
they can
very
stand
hard.
on their toes, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
now I
here
know. Okay. Is it difficult for someone to learn to dance in this particular
Yes,
with the shoes?
of course.
It is.
Difficult, yeah. But with the practice, the bodies become more strong, and so it becomes more easily.
Okay, so you need strength in order to be a good dancer, though. Okay.
And the ballet started in the kingly squares of France at the 16th and 17th century, and later in 1672, Ludovico VI created the Royal Academy of Dance, and the manager of Academy was Pierre Bossant, who arranged the steps and the positions that comprise the basis of today's technique.
Okay.
And the children have to start the ballet at the age of 4.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They're very young at that age, aren't they?
But first, the children do it with action, with low and easy exercises. And the technique of ballet started at the age of 7 or 8. And the girls more put on a pointe at the age of 8. Of course, if the muscular system is ready to accept the pointe.
So do boys and men use pointe too?
Yes.
Do they wear the same shoes?
Yes.
I didn't know that because they seem to be different to me.
It is a little
Strange, huh?
yeah.
Okay.
But okay.
Uh-huh.
Put on pointe and they do very well the steps and the moves.
Okay. So how many years, let's say, does someone need in order to become professional? Do you know?
Okay, I think that the dancers at first need to do practice, practice, and when they are ready to become a professional dancer, they become.
Yes.
And I think that you need to become 18 years old. I don't know.
Yes, you have to be older.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what do you think? Is this ballet, the classical ballet, more difficult than modern one? Because you said that you've done both. So
I think yes, because the ballet has more technique and more rules, and it is specific. The moves of ballet are specific, and in the modern, the steps and the moves are more release, and so modern is more easy.
okay. So you follow, let's say, freestyle in a way.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds very interesting. But while doing this investigation, what was the most interesting part that you found out? Was there something that you didn't know?
I think not. Because all things about ballet I know, and I learned some things from my teachers. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sure, because you love
dancing.
Okay, have you ever tried dancing, Panayota?
Yes, but I don't like ballet, and I believe that it is the most difficult way of dance.
Well, yes, it seems very difficult for us normal people. Anyway, is there something you'd like to say or ask?
Yes, are the dresses comfortable?
Yes. I have wear this dress I can do easily the steps and the moves. And so it is comfortable.
I'm sure, yes, they're specially designed for them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, very interesting information, and I really like, watching ballet. I think it's difficult though. Okay, well, thank you very much for this, Theodora. And now, Panagata, we'll turn back to you and talk about your new story. Can you tell me what is it about?
It's about Michael Jackson, who faked his own death to escape the pressure's fame, according to crazy fans who believe that their hero is still alive.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, what do you believe?
I believe that Michael Jackson is alive.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you say that? Do you, let's say, have any clues?
Of course, I've made those proofs, and I believe that he's still alive.
Okay, so tell us about your new story.
Of course. At first, I'd like to tell you that my sources is The Sun, a newspaper on the internet of BBC News, and this is the reason that I believe that these proofs are really important, and this is why I believe. Thousands have been logging onto websites to join wacky conspiracy theories that the star is simply preparing for the ultimate comeback. One site has published a photo it claims of Michael Jackson on Sunday, 3 days after his death. But although you can see his face, and there's no proof that the snap's new. Another webpage reckons he has been planning this for nearly a year and a half, and is now in hiding in Eastern Europe. Authorities believes Michael Jackson was spotted crossing the border into Mexico hours after his after news of his death broke on Thursday.
Yes, but this might be, let's say, someone who looked like him.
Yes, and here I have got two pictures. Here is a man who...
these photos were taken after his death, you mean, huh?
Yes, and here are two men who look like Michael Jackson, and this one handled himself because he didn't accept all of this pressure of paparazzi photos and all of this.
So this is his reason. Yes, but don't you believe that, let's say, his followers, the people that love him, will be angry for what he did? Faking his own death?
Yes, I believe that there are two sources of the way that his fans would react. The first one is fans who are going to be really crazy with him, and they are going to be really angry with him, and they're going to kill him in reality this time.
Okay, yeah, that's a possibility.
And the second kind of his way of his fans react is, I believe that are the fans who are going to forget all of these lies, and they're going to love him more.
Okay, so how about your new story? What does, let's say, the journalist that, let's say, wrote this particular article think? That he actually faked his own death or not? What is their point of view, or his or her point of view?
And I believe that the writers believe that Michael Jackson is still alive, and there are more eyewitnesses that believe that they should write these things on the internet, and there are more eyewitnesses than some writers that wrote things about Michael Jackson.
Okay, well, so what will he do after that? I mean, will he come back, let's say, after a few years? What do you think that he'll do?
In my point of view, I believe that he's going back here, and he's going to apologize for this, and he's going back. Yes, I believe.
And start a new career, let's say.
Yes.
Okay. So, Theodora, what do you think?
I don't know.
Is this true or not?
I don't know, but I wish he were still alive because I love him and his songs. And I don't know. I wish.
Well, yes, of course. We all wish that he is alive, but it's not something
It is
very
strange.
possible. Yes, it's strange. So is there something you'd like to ask Panayota about that?
How would you hear this story? Because I haven't heard anything about this.
At first, I was looking on the internet, and then I found some eyewitnesses that wrote some things about this story, and this is how I decided to write about this new story.
Well, I've never heard anything about that, so that was very interesting because most people talked about his death. And now we talk about, let's say, his resurrection in a way. Okay.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for this for sharing this new story, Panayota. And now, Theodora, let's talk about your book.
Yes.
Which book did you read?
My book is The Portrait of Dorian Gray.
Ah, okay. Strange story.
Yes,
Would you like to tell us a couple of things about it?
I all started at the art studio of Basile. Basile was one painter who painted the portrait of Dorian Gray. Dorian was one handsome man and ambitious man. And when his portrait finished, he asked for his portrait on a little census quiz. He asked to grow old instead of him.
Oh, smart guy.
And when he went his home, he understood that his wishes had come true.
Oh, really?
And then he was exciting, but many years later, Dorian got bored of his life, and he decided to went his home, and then he stopped his portrait. Dorian got very, very old, and his portrait got very young, and so Dorian died. Yeah.
Is this how the story ends?
Sorry?
Is this how the book ends?
It is.
I mean, with Dorian Gray dying and his portrait, let's say, staying young and alive in a way.
It's a little strange, this is horrible.
Yes.
And I think that this book has one life lesson.
What's that?
Yes, because we can't want for life all that we want, and we can't make such mistakes because we live once. And we have Dorian's example.
Yes.
And it is for teenager more because it has this life lesson.
So do you believe that this book would be interesting for teenagers? Okay, so did you like how the book ended? Because it's a rather tragic end, huh?
Yeah. The ending, I don't like the ending, but at first it was more interesting because Dorian was an active person, and it was more interesting.
So if you had the chance to change the ending, what would you write? Or what would you say about it?
I think that I don't think this.
You wouldn't?
Yeah, because this book has very well plot, and it was very interesting.
As it is. Okay. So have you read this particular book, Panayota?
No, but I'd like to read this book because I believe that it's really interesting, and it is a good way to understand this life lesson that Theodora was talking about.
Okay, so is there something you'd like to ask her about the book?
Of course. Why do you believe that Dorian Gray wants to stay young forever?
Okay, I don't know exactly, because the writer who is Oscar Wilde doesn't explain this. But I think that Dorian got influenced of his young age, and so he wanted to stay young forever.
Maybe he loved, let's say he was a narcissist.
Yeah.
He loved his appearance so much that he wanted it to stay as it was.
Yeah.
Well, that's impossible, of course, we all know that, huh? That's a very good lesson getting from a book, huh?
Yeah.
Very well, thank you for your presentation, Theodora. And now, girls, I'd like you to do something while I just listen. I'd like you to take a look at these photos, they show film posters. Now, which film would you like to go and see with your friends, and why?
Okay.
Discuss.
And first picture is the film of the Pirates of the Caribbean. And I like this film, and it's my favorite film because it's an adventure film, and I like this kind of films, and I believe that they're really interesting to see films like that. And I love this. I love this man, and because he's really handsome, and he's my favorite actor. What do you believe about this film?
I agree with you, and I haven't seen this film, but I think that it is very interesting and with adventure. But I don't like Caribbean, and I don't know if I would prefer this film. I would prefer to see this film. I think that I would go to see the ACELS because I love animated films, and this protagonist is my favorite cartoon, and I prefer this. What do you believe?
I have seen this film, but I don't like this kind of films about cartoons, and I believe that they are boring, and I don't like this. But I believe that it has a message for all of us about the ice melting, and about us, because we have to protect our planet. To prefer the Aspen Origins Wolverine, because it's a film with guns and men with a strong muscular system, and I like this film. What do you believe about it?
Okay, I haven't seen this film again, but I don't know anything about this, but I think that it is one of film with adventure and with guns, as you said, and I don't like this kind of films, and I don't prefer to see this film. I think that Twilight is more interesting, and it is romance, and I like more this kind of films, and the protagonist is very handsome, and I like him very much. What do you believe?
I haven't seen this film, but I have heard a lot of comments and a lot of opinions about this film. It is a film with some handsome actors and some beautiful women, but I don't like this because I believe that some other films are better than this, because it is about vampires, and I prefer some other films. So, which is your final choice?
Okay, my final choice is the ACELS, and I love animated cartoon films. And yours?
And my final choice is the Pirates of the Caribbean, because I like this film, and it's my favorite.
Okay, well now we know that you can't go to the cinema together anyway, so you can choose, different rooms in the same cinema complex. Okay, well girls, thank you very much for this discussion.